Hey, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's debate. I am Kyla Maginea, your MC for this event, and it is an honor to guide you to this exciting exchange of ideas. Today, we will have a total of 10 debaters who will share their perspectives on should the Philippine education system place more emphasis on STEM or science, technology, engineering, and mathematics subjects at the expense of liberal arts education. It is sure to be an engaging and thought provoking discussion. Before we begin, let's go over the structure of this debate. Each debater will be given a time limit of 5 minutes for their opening remarks, followed by a round of rebuttals and then closing remarks and statements. We will also encourage a respectful atmosphere where all opinions are heard and treated with fairness. Without further ado, let's meet our debaters. On the affirmative side, we have Nicole Angela Natividad, Abigail De Leon, Limuel Samano, Brent Irai Julian, and Jalon Jacob Remilo. For the opposing side, we have Romelo Jayan Ashley, Sabado Maria Andrea, Salamante Jeresha May V, Saldariaga Joyce E, and JNL Ma Emelda. Now, now that we have introduced our debaters, we will begin with the opening statements. Each speaker will have a time of 5 minutes to present their oppositions and positions. Starting with the affirmative side, Nicole Angela Natividad, the floor is all yours.
Good day, everyone. I am Nicole Angela Estatividad, the opening speaker for our team. Good day also to our opponents and everyone present today. We are here to strongly affirm that our Philippine education system should place greater emphasis on STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, even if it comes at the expense of liberal arts education in today's rapidly advancing world. STEM fields are the engines driving innovation, economic growth, and societal progress. As we face complex challenges like climate change, pandemics, and the digital revolution, a strong foundation in STEM is not just beneficial for us, it is essential. By prioritizing this subject, we can develop a workforce that is equipped to tackle these issues head on, leading to a more prosperous and resilient nation. Moreover, the global job market is increasingly dominated by STEM-related careers, offering better opportunities and higher earning potential. By focusing our educational efforts on STEM, we are ensuring that our students are not only competitive but leaders on the global stage, prepared for the future's demand. While liberal arts education contributes to well-rounded individuals, the pressing need to strengthen our STEM capabilities cannot be ignored. To secure our nation's future, we must adopt and prioritize education that will empower our youth to drive our country forward in an era defined by science and technology. Thank you.
So thank you, Nicole and Angela. Next, we will hear from the opposing side. Joyce, you may begin.
Wait lang po. Good day, everyone. We are here to argue against the idea that we should focus more on STEM subjects, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics at the expense of liberal arts education. STEM is important, but we believe that eliminating or reducing the emphasis on liberal arts ay isang pagkakamali. Liberal arts education like literature, history, and arts helps students to develop essential skills such as critical thinking, creativity, and effective communication. These skills are important not just for personal growth, but also for handling challenges in the workplace and society. It also helps them understand different perspectives and cultures, which is important in our diverse world. The job market values versatility. Employers often look for employees who are not only technically skills but also culturally aware and capable of thinking outside the box. A balanced education that includes both STEM and liberal arts better prepares students for these demands. In the following speeches, we will show how liberal arts contribute to the holistic development of student which is needed in a complex world. Yun lang po. Thank you.
So let's proceed on the first speaker. From the affirmative side, you have 5 minutes to talk, and your 5 minutes starts now.
So, good evening. I am Limuel M. Samano, the first speaker for the affirmative side. So, ang first point po why the Philippines should put more emphasis on STEM at the expense of liberal arts education is due to the need to adapt to change. As we all know po kasi our world is gradually heading towards a more technologically inclined society. So, the need to adapt is vital in order for us to keep up. In 2016, Klaus Schwab, founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum or WEF, coined the term the Fourth Industrial Revolution or 4IR. This represents a fundamental change in the way we live, work, and relate to one another. The 4IR describes how hardware, software, and connectivity is used to achieve new goals, collect information, and transform how we interact with the world. Though 4IR is not yet truly global in reach, it has been shown that the more technology and digital industries that exist in an economy, the greater the buildup of experience, expertise, and patents, which in turn further accelerates digitization, further accelerating the rate of experience and patents. In the study, Future Science and Technology, Human Resource Requirements in the Philippines, a labor market analysis by researchers from the Philippine Institute for Development Studies, or PIDS, it was reported that there was little interest in STEM in young Filipinos. But, however, in UNIDO's Competitive Industrial Performance Report in 2020, the Philippines was ranked number 43, moving up 10 ranks out of 152 countries in the report. So, here's the important part po. The PIDS report warned that governments across the world will have to cope with the growing risk of technological unemployment and income inequality. The report also noted that businesses will face the possibility of a shrinking consumer base. Now, in this situation where alam naman natin na medyo dehado yung Pilipinas in terms of STEM students performance globally. And we know that our world is heading towards a future of a technologically inclined system. Ma-afford pa ba natin na mas bigyan ng emphasis ang liberal arts instead of STEM? And if we keep our focus on liberal arts instead of STEM, we would risk our country of being left out by other countries in terms of economic strength, capabilities, and potential. Yun lang po. Thank you.
So let's hear the first speaker of the negative side. Your 5 minutes start now.
Good evening po. I'm Jerusha May Salamante. I'm the first speaker po ng negative side po. Ngayon po is tatalakayin natin kung bakit hindi natin dapat mag-focus tayo sa STEM subject gamit yung at the expenses of liberal arts. Kasi alam naman natin yung STEM is important. Pero yung liberal arts is nag-o-offer siya ng vital benefits that are equal important in today's world. Unang-una dyan is yung liberal arts is nagtuturo sa atin kung paano tayo nagtithink ng critically at syempre paano tayo nagsosolve ng mga problems in different challenges, problems, and angles. At also, nakakatulong din siya sa mga understanding natin ng complex ng social and ethical issue. Yung liberal arts education is nagpro-provide siya sa mga students ng deeper understanding natin ng social at saka cultural context na nakakatulong sa development ng empathy, tolerance, and global citizenship. Also, yung liberal arts is nag-i-improve ng ating ability to communicate and understand different perspective. Also, yung good communication is essential for working well with others and leading effectively. And syempre, yung skills na to is galing siya sa may studying subjects katulad ng history, literature, and philosophy na siyang nakakatulong for understanding the navigate and address global challenges with sensitivity and awareness, which is yung often lacking ng STEM na nakapokus sa education. Kakabanggit lang natin na inano natin yung history, literature, and philosophy, which is yung humanities values. Ito yung mga nagpo-provide ng framework for understanding human experience, values, and ethics, which are essential for building and just and equitable society. Kung wala tayong musician, poet, and artist, which is magiging yung word natin is poor place. Kung wala tayong historians, hindi din natin alalaman kung saan tayo galing, or yung mga kung saan to without a geographers. Yung mga history kasi is nagtuturo sa atin kung ano yung mga important lesson para making good policies in science and engineering by showing both successes and mistakes. And additionally, yung liberal arts is nakakatulong siya para mag-understand ng different cultures and social issues. This knowledge is crucial for addressing global challenges, And finally, yung liberal arts foster creativity and innovation. They encourage us to think in a new way and make connections between different ideas, leading to a new solutions. Subjects like history and literature inspire creative thinking and philosophy help us explore important human values. Yun lang po. Thank you.
So, for the cross-examination, for the affirmative side, you have 3 minutes to talk and your 3 minutes starts now.
Okay, so may narinig ako kanina about critical thinking, cultural appropriation, and philosophy. 'Di ba sa STEM subject may intro to philosophy tayo? Meron din tayong UCTS, understanding the culture and the self, 'di ba? May cultural appropriation tayo doon. And since nasabi niyo about sa may economic benefits na binibigay ng liberal arts education, I want you to realize na tayo is service country tayo. So what do we mean by service country? Tayo nagbibigay ng serbisyo sa iba't ibang bansa, Take a look for this, Tayo ang nag-aangkat ng rice sa iba't ibang parte ng Asia, sa ASEAN, And that's what makes it service. So ano ang pundasyon ng bigas? Anong pundasyon ng science sa pagbibigas, sa agriculture? O, di STEM subjects 'yan, 'di ba? Correct me if I'm wrong, Okay, let's see. So sinabi niyo about nagbigay na ako ng example ng how can a STEM subject benefit our economy. O natutulungan ng pagbibigas o pag-aangkat ng bigas yung bansa natin, which we are a service country. Now, may tanong ako sa inyo. Ano ba ang specific benefits na nabibigay ng liberal arts education sa ating bansa compared sa STEM subjects tulad nung sa amin? So, yun lamang yung cross-examination. Tanong ko sa kanila.
Okay, for the opposing side, you have 3 minutes to answer. And your time starts now.
Paulit nga ng tanong. Paano ba? Ay, okay na, okay na. Sa tanong niya, anong tanong niya kanina, anong specific na naibibigay ng liberal arts? So, para sa amin kasi,
hindi naman sa sinasabi namin na kailangang mas iangat yung liberal arts eh. Bakit kailangan pagtuunan ng pansin yung STEM kung pwede namang parehas lang? So, sinasabi mo nga na yung service country tayo yung nagbibigay ng serbisyo sa ibang bansa. Kung pagtutuunan mo ng pansin yung STEM, pagtutuunan mo ng mas maraming expenses, so ano ba yung pinoproduce ng STEM, 'di ba? Mga medical field, ang mga nurses, example na tayo. O after ba na ito, saan tayo magtatrabaho, 'di ba? Mag-iibang bansa tayo. O pagtutuunan niyo ng pansin ng mas maraming expenses ang STEM, pero nagbibigay naman tayo ng maraming trabahador sa ibang bansa. So, anong mapapakinabangan ng Pilipinas doon?
Hindi, yung question ko kasi ano ba yung specific economic benefits na naibibigay ng liberal arts education. So yun kasi yung yun kasi yung tanong. Bibigyan kita ng sagot yung about sa nursing Narinig mo na ba yung katagang gross national product at saka yung gross domestic product? Narinig niyo na ba yung term na yun? Kasi pag
Yes.
sinabi nating gross domestic product, ito yung kinikita ng mga nagtatrabaho sa Pilipinas, either foreign or local. Kung ano yung kinikita ng mga business na yon, ng mga trabahador na yon, kahit tiga ibang bansa sila, basta nasa Pilipinas sila, pupunta sa ekonomiya natin yon. At yung gross national product naman, ito ang mga taong nagtatrabaho sa abroad na native Filipino na nagpapadala dito, and guess what? Kung saan napupunta yung pera nila? Sa ekonomiya natin. So nakakatulong yung STEM subjects sa economy natin. So yung tanong ko kanina, what is the specific economic benefits that liberal education provides, like STEM subjects? Ano ba ang nagpo-provide ng...
Tapos na yung time mo. Sorry. So next, for the negative side, it's your time to shine. Let's hear your question, and your 3 minutes starts now.
Ito po yung tanong namin. Kung magpapalawak tayo ng STEM, paano naman yung mga estudyanteng hindi interesado or hindi sila mahusay sa STEM na yon? Hindi ba dapat na bigyan natin sila ng opportunity para mag-excel sila sa liberal arts?
So wait lang po, mag-set ako ng another 3 para sa answer. Okay, for the answer, your time starts now.
Okay, so yung yung sagot dito is hindi naman pinipilit na lahat is mag-focus sa STEM, or hindi lahat is sinasabi na na mag-STEM ka lang. Yun parang yun lang. Kasi yung STEM kasi is broad naman siya. So may mga students naman na pwedeng pwedeng i-discover kung saan sila mas
kung saan sila mas mas expert, ganon, kung saan sila mas interesado. Kasi ang STEM is may science, may technology, may engineering, and mathematics. So, broad naman siya. Marami ka naman din pwedeng maging interest. Like tayo, di ba, nursing tayo. Pwede tayong maging, ano pa ba, maging architect, maging engineer, maging electric engineer. Madami kang pwedeng matuklas sa STEM. Hindi lang naman porket STEM, yun lang yun eh. Marami ka pang pwedeng matuklasan doon, di ba? May mga ABM pa nga, di ba? Yung sa ABM, yung sa accounting, di ba? May mathematics din naman doon. So, madami ka pang pwedeng ma-discover. Hindi lang naman yun lang eh. So, pwede ka pang mag-explore sa STEM.
Di ba yung STEM yung naging foundation ng di ba yung yung liberal arts naging foundation ng STEM, kaya nga nabuo yung STEM dahil sa liberal arts eh. Kaya nga sabi nga ganoon, matuto tayo tumanaw kung saan tayo galing, kasi sa STEM sa liberal arts ang galing talaga yung STEM.
Saan mo nakuha na yung liberal arts yung foundation ng STEM?
Ang STEM po ay nagko-contain siya ng critical thinking, which is foundation sa paggawa ng mga research.
Hindi ba nga STEM nga siya? So, sa science siya. Di ba?
No, what I mean is, naunang ma-form ang liberal arts compare sa STEM. Kasi nga,
Pero ang STEM kasi related din sa research. Di ba nga nung nag-STEM tayo ng grade 12, meron din tayong kinokonduct ng mga research.
Di ba yung liberal arts ay pagsusuri yun ng mga information? Di ba dapat sakop ng liberal arts ang investigation?
Proceed na po tayo sa cross-examination. Ay, sa ano po pala? Second speaker po.
Okay na.
So for the second speaker po, your 5 minutes starts now.
So good day, I am Abigail O. De Leon. I am from the affirmative side. So in this round, I will address the improving critical thinking and problem-solving skills, followed by addressing global challenges. So let's start by discussing improving critical thinking and problem-solving skills. STEM education enhances critical thinking and problem-solving skills, which are essential in any career. So by emphasizing the scientific method and engineering design process, STEM education teaches students to approach problems systematically, analyze data, and develop innovative solutions. So for examples, problem like Project Lead the Way in the United States have shown that hands-on STEM education improves students' analytical skills and prepares them for complex real-world problems. In the Philippines, organizations like the Philippine Science High School System have implemented similar programs, developing a new generation of critical thinkers and problem solvers. The article, The Role of Science High Schools in STEM Education in the Philippines, published by the Department of Science and Technology, discusses how institutions like the Philippine Science High School System are instrumental in developing students' critical thinking and problem-solving skills. So I would like to add, since we are nursing students planning to work abroad, so if Philippine education system places more emphasis on STEM, it would produce and ensure that Filipino nurses are competitive globally, meeting the international standards, which increasingly include proficiency in advanced technologies and scientific knowledge. By focusing on STEM, the Philippine education system can better prepare nurses to meet these standards, enhancing their employability and professional development on global stage. According to the World Health Organization, they underscores the need for advanced education in healthcare to align with global standards. This includes integrating STEM knowledge into nursing education to ensure that healthcare professionals can provide high-quality care and contribute to global health initiatives. The Department of Health, or the DOH, reports that improving nursing education in STEM areas can enhance the country's ability to respond to public health crises and advance disease prevention strategies. Second point, addressing global challenges, STEM education equips students with the knowledge and skills necessary to tackle pressing global issues such as climate change, public health crisis, and food security. As a developing country, the Philippines faces unique challenges that require innovative solutions grounded in science and technology. The Philippines is one of the countries most affected by climate change, making environmental science education critical. So by emphasizing this area of STEM, students can develop innovative solutions to mitigate environmental impacts such as renewable energy technologies, sustainable agriculture practices, and disaster risk reduction strategies. The Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Plan emphasizes the importance of advanced engineering and technological solutions for improving disaster resilience. So, for example, developing better early warning system and more effective disaster response strategies relies on STEM knowledge. The Asian Development Bank notes that investing in STEM education can lead to innovative solutions that enhances the country's ability to manage
Time's
natural
up.
disasters. Thank you.
So thank you, Abigail De Leon. Next, we will hear the second speaker of the opposing side or the negative side. Maria Imelda, you may begin.
Hi, I am Maria Imelda Janelli Villanueva. I am the second speaker on the negative side. Focusing more on STEM subject at the expense of liberal arts in Philippine education system might end up neglecting essential skills that liberal arts provide dahil ang STEM ay nakafocus sa technical fields. Samantalang ang liberal arts ay well-rounded o napakalawak dahil na-expose nito ang students sa history, philosophy, social science, math, and humanities. According to Ben Iverson, Director of International Programs and Enrollment at Augustana University, USA, on the importance of liberal arts education, most people have preconceived notions about liberal arts. They fail to see, though, that a liberal arts education gives students transferable abilities they can employ throughout their lives. Comparatively speaking, students with a liberal arts education have more to contribute. A liberal arts education may change the education may change the game in today's world because it equips student with skills. They need to solve issues, think critically, cooperate, think creatively, and come up with unique ideas. A liberal arts education is a method of education that helps pupils think critically and acquire a range of academic and intellectual skills. It is supported by interdisciplinary and cross-disciplinary methodology. Students who pursue a liberal arts education have more options, find their real calling, and widen their horizons. It offers a platform for learning how to link in and integrate information and apply what is learned in actual situations. Further, liberal arts gives you intellectual skills and general knowledge to understand the world and help you appreciate life. Kung susuriin natin, bago pa na-discover ang astronomy, ang music, ang history, ang arithmetic, meron na bang STEM? Di ba wala? Liberal arts help us to understand the culture and grow in appreciation for cultural diversion. Yun lang po.
So let's proceed now on the cross-examination. Both teams have 3 minutes. So let's proceed first to the affirmative. So your 3 minutes starts now.
Okay, so nasabi niya na wala pang STEM noong before walang STEM. Ay, wait lang. So may astronomy pero walang STEM. Pero yung scope kasi ng problema natin, how is the Philippines going to focus or put more emphasis on STEM subjects at the expense of liberal arts education? So you see, sa atin kasi yung subject ng problem na to is STEM subject. So, yung problema kasi sa liberal arts education ay masyado siyang general o masyado siyang malawak para pagtuunan ng pansin. Well, I mean, napapansin naman siya. Pero the problem is masyado siyang malawak at nagbabago ang mundo natin. Iba ang mundo noon sa ngayon. Ibang-iba po yun ate. No? So, nagkakaroon tayo ng advancement in technology given that sobrang daming naiimbento ngayon sa panahon natin ngayon. At syempre, kung maraming naiimbento, nagkakaroon ng opportunities. I hope that's clear, no? So kapag nagkakaroon ng opportunities, nagkakaroon tayo ng ma-exploit in our contemporary times. Ano nga ba 'yon? Jobs. 'Di ba? Mga jobs. Sa atin ngayon, marami bang gumagamit sa atin ng philosophy ngayon sa trabaho natin ngayon? I don't think so. So, given that STEM subjects ay naging foundation natin ngayon, contemporary times, di na tayo past. So, sa STEM subjects natin ngayon, marami tayong ini-encompass na mga subjects na nakakatulong sa ating modern world. Modern world, hindi na tayo sa mga astrology, no? So, ibabalik natin to. Nakakatulong yung liberal arts education in our contemporary times sa ating job demand ngayon. STEM subjects to job demands. Ano? Connect lang siya. Paano siya nakakatulong na iwakas o lutasin yung problema ngayon ng kahirapan, infrastructure loss sa atin? So, pa-specific lang tayo ng pa-specific dito. No? So, paano pinupunan nun yung pagkukulang ng infrastructure ng bansa at ang kahirapan ng bansa natin over sa STEM subjects? At dahil yung STEM subjects, nakakatulong yan para mapagaan yung buhay natin through research and development. Natatanggal nun ang kahirapan at pagiging ignorante. Paano yun gagawin ng liberal arts education? So, yun lang.
Time na po.
Sige. 'Di ba ang liberal arts ay
So, for the
Pwede na po ba?
cross-examination of the opposing side, it's time for you to answer. So, your 3 minutes starts now.
'Di ba ang liberal arts ay dine-develop yung kakayahan natin dun sa critical thinking. 'Di ba mahalaga na a-analyze natin yung mga problema sa infrastructure projects. Halimbawa, na-assess natin yung mga risk, nakakakuha tayo ng solutions dahil doon nakakapag-evaluate tayo ng data. Dahil doon sa ang liberal arts ay naka-focus din sa logic at technical solutions. Nagkakaroon din tayo ng nakakapagbigay din tayo ng scientific yung mga projects na kailangan natin, nakukuhanan natin ng statistical informations dahil doon sa liberal arts. Yun lang po.
Okay po. So for the question of negative side, time nyo na po. Pwede na po kayo mag-ask ng question.
Sino magtatanong sa sa opposing side?
Negative side na magka-question.
magtatanong po ako. Ano naman yung mangyayari sa isang lipunan kung naka-focus lang tayo sa STEM at hindi natin nabibigyan ng halaga yung cultural, art, and ethical aspects na tinatalakay ng liberal arts?
So for the answer, you have 3 minutes. Affirmative side.
Sa tingin ko, hindi ma-develop pa yung technology natin. Ngayon nga, sinabi na nga namin na mas nag-i-improve ngayon and need natin ng technology. Kaya, I think kailangan talaga natin ng STEM para mag-innovate tayo and madami pang ma-invento na mas magiging advance in future natin.
Wala na pong additional.
Additional lang po. Why wait lang, sorry. Why, sabi nga 'di ba, kung naka-focus lang tayo sa STEM, hindi natin bibigyan ng halaga cultural at art and ethical aspect na tinalakay sa liberal arts. Well, eto po yung aking ano. While cultural, artistic, and ethical aspect are indeed important, focusing on STEM doesn't mean na completely dinidisregard natin ito. In fact, STEM fields often incorporate ethical consideration, especially yung mga biotechnology, mga artificial intelligence, and environmental science. This integration ethics into these fields ensure that technological advancement aligned with societal values. Yun lang po.
Pwede po bang sumagot?
Okay, for the negative side, you have 2 minutes to answer.
Okay, 'di ba kung hindi natin mabibigyan ng halaga yung cultural, art, and ethical aspects na tinalakay ng liberal arts, syempre magdudulot ito ng seryosong epekto doon sa lipunan natin. Kung naka-focus lang tayo sa technical, 'di ba? Paano naman yung empathy at yung emotional na pangangailangan naman natin? Kung more on technical tayo, paano naman natin mabibigyan? Paano naman natin maunawaan yung emotional na pangangailangan ng tao? Kung naka-focus lang tayo sa mga statistical information, dun sa kung naka-focus lang sa mga ganung mga solutions, mga empirical evidences.
Pwede ba sumagot?
Tapos na po. Next na po tayo sa third speaker. So for the third speaker of
Okay
affirmative
po.
side, your 5 minutes time starts now.
Okay, so in our problem today, this is a contemporary o kasalukuyang problema natin ngayon. Actually, this is a dilemma. Philippines is considered to be lagging behind some of its Asian neighbors in terms of development. Several factors contribute to this, including, as mentioned kanina, slower infrastructure growth, lower investment in research and development, weaker governance, and persistent poverties. Countries like Singapore, South Korea, Malaysia, Indonesia have advanced more rapidly due to stronger educational system, technological innovations, and industrial policies. Okay, so ito yung magandang part. Anong connect nun sa STEM subjects? Kasi dito nakikita dito sa research according kay cited to ni Budget Secretary Benjamin Jokno when 2018, so medyo recent pa to, no? The Philippines infrastructure indicator sectors consist in those scores that pull down its overall competitiveness. So mababa yung quality ng infrastructure natin. I-compare niyo yun sa infrastructure ng South Korea at Singapore. Remember those two countries, maganda yung qualities ng infrastructure nila. Bakit? Maganda yung foundation ng STEM subjects nila. In fact, yung sa nagkaroon ng mathematical test sa 6 na ASEAN countries, panghuli tayo doon. Panghuli doon. At yung Singapore at yung South Korea, top 1 and top 2 sila. Sila ang may strong STEM subject base sa kanilang education system. So nakakakita tayo ng pattern, nakakakita tayo ng statistical data dito. Kung sino ang mga countries na maganda ang STEM subject foundation, sila ang may mas magandang society, sila ang mas may magandang gobyerno, sila ang may mas magandang job opportunities, sila ang may mas malakas na economic growth, sila rin ang pinakamalakas in terms of export sa mga cellphone at sasakyan. Do you get my point? This is why we must emphasize on STEM subjects in order for us to have a strong geopolitical power across Asia. Kasi tayo, ang Philippines, may weak science and technological culture tayo. So that is my main problem po doon. That is my argument. Ano ang kayang ibigay nun? Ano ang kaya ng liberal arts education doon? What can the liberal arts education do in terms of country growth po? So yan.
So, okay. For the negative side naman po, for the third speaker, Jayan, you have your 5 minutes starts now.
So, ayun. Sa liberal arts kasi, so, kung masyadong nakatuon sa STEM, pwedeng mabawasan yung pagkakataon para sa mga estudyante. Hindi na ako lalayo sa ibang bansa. So, para, kunyari, pwedeng mabawasan yung pagkakataon mag-aaral at bumuo ng mga critical thinking yung mga estudyante sa kakayahan nila na tinuturo sa liberal arts. Tapos, yung pagkikipag-communication. So, liberal arts, tumutulong siya sa pag-develop ng kasanayan sa pakikipag-usap or pakikipagkapwa-tao. So, kung hindi ito bibigyan ng sapat na halaga, pwedeng mawalan ng kakayahan yung mga mag-aaral makipag-usap sa ibang tao. Tulad nga ng sabi mo, tayo ay service country, tayo ang nagbibigay ng serbisyo sa ibang bansa. So, kailangan magaling tayo makipagkapwa-tao. So, kung mas mataas yung pagtuon sa STEM, pwede yung magdulot ng paghihiwalay sa pagitan ng technology and discipline. So, mahalaga din yung pagtuklas ng mga solusyon sa lipunan. And yung liberal arts, nagbibigay ng daan sa estudyante para maging malikhain or mapanlikha. So, kung mababawasan yung pagtuon ng pansin dito, kung mas na-focus sa STEM, pwedeng humina yung kakayahan nila sa pag-isip ng mga out of the box. So, sa kabuuan kasi na yon, bakit kailangan sinasabi niya na mas pagtuunan ng pansin kung bakit hindi na lang pwedeng maging balanse sa pagitan ng STEM at liberal arts? Kasi kaya kami nagne-negative, bakit kailangan mas? Kung pwede namang parehas lang, kung pwede namang balanse lang. So, gusto namin ipakita yung nagiging sanhi ng pagkukulang sa malawak na pananaw at pag-intindi or pag-unawa. So, tas tanong mo pa is, ano yung naidudulot ng liberal arts sa lipunan? Yun nga, sabi nyo nga, infrastructures, ganon. Saan ba nagmumula ang pag-design ng mga di sabihin na natin, under siya ng STEM, ang mga architects. Saan ba nagmumula yan? Di ba ang liberal arts nga is from the word itself, arts. So, yung balanced education dapat is yun yung parang key para sa pagbuo ng responsibilidad na mamamayan. So, yun. Dahil, may time pa pala. So, dahil, according to DOH, ang estimated, into 2021, estimated percent nila is around 316 licensed professionals or 51% of the, out of 100% na licensed professional is nasa abroad. So, labas mo na yung about sa GDP, ganon. Or, sige, sabihin natin malaki yung ambag ng mga nag-work abroad sa economic growth ng Philippines. Pero, kung pagtutunan mo ng pansin yung STEM, paano naman mapagsisilbihan ng mga medical field na to, yung mga mamamayang Pilipino? Ang taxpayers ng Pilipinas ay tayo. Kung pagtutuunan nyo ng pansin, ang expenses sa STEM, at lalabas ng bansa yung mga medical nurses na to, or mga medical fields na mag-work abroad. Gano'n na, parang, di ba, ang unfair naman nun sa mga taxpayers na sila ang laki nung ambag nila sa, sa expenses ng, dahil doon nga nilagay yung pondo Tapos iba yung pagsisilbihan nila. Di ba? Parang you're building them para makapag-work abroad. Pero hindi naman natin hindi naman natin may experience yung service nila. Tayo ang taxpayers.
So, okay na po. Pakalma po muna. Next po is the rebuttals. So, we have, you have both 5 minutes. And your 5 minutes starts now.
So, may na-mention ka na yung mga taxpayers natin is nagpe-pay for healthcare. And guess what? The healthcare in Philippine country is poor dahil babalik tayo sa sinabi ko kanina sa third statement. Babalik tayo doon. Dahil mababa ang development ng bansa natin. Babalik lang tayo ulit doon. STEM subject pa rin tayo. Sige, taxpayers. Okay, so let's go. Alam mo ba kung ba't umaalis yung mga nurses natin dito? Kasi mababa ang development ng healthcare at hospitals natin dito sa bansa. Given that yung bansa natin, hindi tayo nakakapag-produce ng ganun kalaking halaga na naibibigay natin sa mga tao. So kung mababa ang development, mababa ang economic growth, kaya umaalis ang mga tao dito sa bansa natin. Kaya umaalis ang mga bansa sa tao natin is mababa ang development. So, ano ang kailangan po nandun? Mag-conduct ng research and development. Saan naka-foundation ang research and development? Sa STEM subjects. Di ba? Connect lang siya. No? So, yung sinasabi mo sa mga taxpayers na yung nagbabayad sila for their service, wala nga tayong maibigay na service sa kanila kasi mababa nga ang development, di ba? Mababa ang development. So, that's given na yung sinabi nyo na umaalis ang mga tao sa bansa. Sign niya na mababa ang development. So, the more na kailangan natin magkaroon ng what? Magkaroon tayo ng focus at emphasis sa STEM subjects, di ba? Ganun lang yun. Oh my God. Pero, nice point dun sa yung kailangan natin makipag-communicate, di ba? Kaya tayo may purposive communication, may purposive communication sa STEM subject. The fact na umaalis tayo at kinikilala tayo sa ibang bansa is magaling na tayo makipag-communicate already. Nasa culture na natin yun. Although ituturo sa atin pero kailangan natin ng creative application sa communication. And guess what? Ginagamitan yon ng science. Ano ang ano ang creative way of ano ang creative way of ano ang creative way of applying science? Okay, relate natin to sa nursing. The nursing is an art, so kailangan natin ng science doon. Given that kinikilala tayo sa ibang bansa, mas kailangan natin mag-focus talaga sa STEM subjects para sabi mo nga, para ma-experience ng mga sarili nating Pilipino o mga nasa bansa yung service natin. 'Di ba? Para hindi na tayo paalis-alis, kailangan natin ng development, kailangan natin ng research, kailangan natin mag-focus sa STEM. May critical thinking sa STEM, may philosophy sa STEM, intro to philosophy, understanding the culture and politics, UCTS ba yun? So meron din tayong literacy sa STEM, reading and writing. So I guess we should just focus. Pero hindi naman ini-eliminate, pero kailangan natin mag-emphasize sa STEM subjects. Kasi napag-iiwanan na talaga tayo ng iba't ibang ASEAN groups. Ano ba 'yung ASEAN groups? Malaysia, Indonesia, ano pa? Thailand, South Korea, Malaysia, Singapore. Sila ang bansa na talagang solid talaga 'yung STEM subjects nila, and the fact na nagfo-focus sila doon at wala naman nangyayari sa bansa nila, may good governance pa rin sila. Mataas ang critical thinking nila kasi nagfo-focus sila sa STEM subjects, okay? Hindi naman 'pag sinabi na tanggalin natin liberal arts education, wala na 'yon. Andun pa rin 'yon. Embedded pa rin dun 'yon. Pero in case naman sa Pilipinas ay hindi maganda yung foundation natin sa hindi maganda yung mathematical skills natin. At hindi tayo nagkakaroon ng magandang development dahil doon. So that is my point. Okay? Baka may gusto pang i-add yung mga kagrupo.
So, okay na po. For the negative side naman, please begin your rebuttal.
So, sige, sabi mo nga kanina, so total, puro ka naman buildings and infrastructures. So, sa mga proyekto ng mga infrastructures, so dapat isaalang-alang yung pangangailangan at parang pagiging sensitive sa community. So, yung liberal arts ang nagtuturo ng mga cultural awareness na tumutulong sa professionals under the STEM na mag-design ng mga project na akma dun sa mga sensitive locals and cultural tradition na under ng liberal arts. So, habang kinikilala yung halaga ng STEM, so dapat isaalang-alang din yung needs ng pagiging creative ng isang tao. Sa mga critical thinking, sabi ko nga kanina, yung pag-iisip na nagmumula sa liberal arts. So, yung innovation ng STEM, kadalasan nagsisimula sa idea nga mula sa sining at kultura under ng liberal arts. Sabi mo nga kanina, nursing is an art. Baka may gustong idagdag yung ka-group ko.
Nursing is an art kasi binibigyan natin ng halaga yung scientific process, which is, ayun nga, science nga. Doon tayo nagkakaroon ng creative ways para magkaroon ng pagtitreat sa mga
Excuse lang
patients.
po, opposing side po tayo po ngayon.
Ay, sorry po.
Proceed na po sa opposing side pa rin.
Okay na po. Wala na pong additional.
Wala bang mag-a-additional sa ka-group ko?
Wala na po. Proceed na po tayo sa closing statements. So now we will hear the final thoughts from each side. Each debater will have 5 minutes to deliver their closing statements. We'll start with Jacob Ramilo from Affirmative. Your 5 minutes starts now.
As we conclude this debate, let's reflect on the core issue at hand, the pressing need to prioritize STEM education in the Philippines. In a world increasingly shaped by science and technology, it is clear that STEM fields are not just important, they are essential. The challenges we face today, from climate change to global health crisis, demand innovative solutions grounded in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. By prioritizing STEM, we are not merely adapting to a changing world. We are preparing our nation to lead in it. We have shown that STEM education enhances critical thinking, problem solving, and the ability to address complex global challenges, skills that are indispensable in any career. Moreover, the global job market increasingly favors those with strong STEM backgrounds, offering greater opportunities and the potential for a higher standard living. While we acknowledge the value of well-rounded education, the urgent need to strengthen our STEM capabilities cannot be overstated. It is through a focused investment in STEM that we can equip our youth to tackle the challenges of today and seize the opportunities of tomorrow. The future of our nation depends on our ability to adapt and innovate. By placing greater emphasis on STEM education, we are not just securing the future, we are shaping it. Thank you. Ilan po.
Okay, for the negative side naman, Maria Andrea Sabado. Your 5 minutes starts now.
Still, we firmly reject the idea of the Philippine education system focusing more on STEM subjects at the expense of liberal arts, because still we believe that while STEM education plays a vital role in our modern world, it is still crucial to recognize that a well-rounded education encompasses more than just science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or the so-called STEM. Focusing solely on STEM subjects at the expense of liberal arts would create a generation of skilled technicians. But by doing that, there's the tendency of neglecting the development of critical thinking, creativity, communication, and cultural understanding, which liberal arts can equip people with. The way we see it, what our country needs right now are individuals who are not only scientifically proficient, but also empathetic, adaptable, and equipped to navigate the twists and turns of this century. Therefore, what we must strive for is a balanced education system that nurtures both scientific and humanistic talents, ensuring a future where Filipinos are equipped to excel in all aspects of life. Thank you.
So, okay na po. That for the closing remarks, that concludes our debate for today. Thank you to both of our debaters for the insightful arguments and to the audience for your attention and engagement. Debates like this reminds us of the importance of respectful discourse in exploring different perspectives. We hope you found today's discussion as enlightening as we have. Have a wonderful day.
Good
So,
game,
any
guys.
Binugbog tayo ni Brent.
Luge.
Binugbog tayo ni Brent.
Good game, good game.
Brent,
Good
ba't ka
game,
sagot na
guys.
sagot?
Comment pa ba?
Good game.
Ha? Comments, hindi na?
Ay, oo,
Huwag ka na
kailangan ng
mag-comment, baka
comments.
bugbugin pa kita.
May mga comment
Hindi
pa
ba
yata
nasa
Ay,
dapat.
oo, may magko-comment na ako.
Kailangan
Huwag ka
Iwan
na
nyo
mag-comment,
kami.
baka bugbugin pa kita.
Kailangan ng 3 comments.
O, kailangan 3 comment eh. Si Iwan na lang sa, nandito naman siya eh.
Yan, si Yuan, si Yumi, sino pa?
Errol.
Si Errol.
Errol,
Ayan,
mag-comment ka, sabi mo magaling kami.
Para po sa akin.
Naka-record to, ha?
Errol.
Okay, si Errol muna. Ako, wait lang, intro ko. So we will now
Oy,
be
Errol,
having
mag-comment
our
ka.
comments from different people who are within the live meeting. So starting with Mr. Errol, please give your comments now.
Para po sa akin, mas magaling po yung team nila, Joyce. Brent po, sagot po kasi nasagot eh.
Bayad
Pero
yan.
Ano?
magaling naman po yung both sides. Nakakasagot naman. Kudos po kay Jayan tsaka po kay Brent. Yun lang.
Thank you for your very insightful comment. Now we'll be moving on to you, Mr. Yuan Angelo. Please give your comments for the debate, please. Since the current spectator is not present at the moment, Miss Yumi, can you give your comment now, please?
Hello, good evening. Audible ba ako? Hello?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. So, first of all, congratulations to all kasi nairaos nyo na. And anyway, ang may comment ko lang is, I get both sides na, siyempre, yung side nila Joyce, tama ba? Yung not affirmative. I get their point na dapat is binabalance natin and tinuturuan natin ng pansin yung liberal arts because it is the foundation and I get that. On the other hand, I get, gets ko rin yung affirmative because it is true that we need to adapt in this world. Tapos kailangan rin natin umangat, lalo na yung country natin. My final comments are, siyempre mas matimbang sa akin yung affirmative because first of all, marami silang na-shed na points, key points. Pero congrats pa rin sa lahat. Yun lang.
Thank you so much for all the comments. That concludes the debate for today. Thank you for listening.